Clearly, the federal government has failed here multiple times over.
At a congressional hearing on vaccines Tuesday,
this is unconscionable, and we cannot repeat this mistake with the distribution of vaccine.
Democrats pleaded with pharmaceutical company leaders to draw up their own plans on distribution, saying the Trump administration can't be trusted to do it.
If you don't think that there's going to be a problem for your companies when communities of color and lower income communities don't have access to this, you're going to come back here and have another hearing where we're grilling you on this stuff.
We cannot find ourselves in another situation of widespread shortages of critical supplies when it comes to vaccinating people around the world.
So really the thing that we've done is to engage early and to invest early in that supply chain.
Leaders from 5 major companies telling a House committee they're confident they can have hundreds of millions of vaccine doses ready to go by the end of the year, and some committing to making it cheap.
For the 300 million doses, we are selling that to the government at no profit.
Others saying they will look to make a profit.
We will not sell it at cost, no ma'am.
But Pfizer's chief business officer saying the cost shouldn't pass on to patients.
The COVID vaccine should be free to the public.
Another concern, how reliant these companies will be on other countries.
We've created our supply chains in a way that they're not competing with each other. So we have a supply chain for the United States, a supply chain for the UK, supply chain for Europe.
99% of our materials come from either the US or Europe. We have very little that coming out of China.
The company's competing in an all-hands-on-deck race that's added a nefarious layer in the last week.
This is just one of several instances.
The Department of Justice now charging a pair of Chinese hackers with cyber attacks against a slew of companies around the world, including some in the U.S. known to be working on COVID-19 vaccines.
We are concerned that the hacking or even the attempted hacking of that information can slow down the research.
It's not clear how often the hackers were working with the Chinese government, or if their attacks targeting vaccine researchers were at the direction of the Communist Party. And it comes days after Western intelligence said Russia is doing the same. All 5 companies on virtual Capitol Hill Tuesday committed to churning out vaccine as fast as possible.
For somebody that's been doing this for 20 plus years at this point, it's just amazing to watch the industry move this quickly at this point.
Demand is in the billions of doses, a number the world can only hope to reach if these leaders work together. James Packard, Newsy, Chicago.